My name is Raghad Babsai, and now I'll be discussing the impacts of food and money on happiness. First, we'll discuss the introduction, then we'll move on the impact of food on happiness, then the effect of wealth on cheerfulness, and finally the conclusion. According to Cherry, happiness is a positive emotional and psychological state characterized by feeling of joy, satisfaction, contentment, and fulfillment. So it's all about feeling good about life, and it's usually expressed in a smile or laughter. And in order to maintain happiness, humans must look at life positively, and we must figure, due to the depressors, we must always find a way to cheer ourselves up and focus on the good things around us. There are plenty of factors that contribute to happiness, such as, for example, exercising, painting, and volunteering. But in this literature review, we'll mainly focus on how food and money in particular are related to happiness. The first body paragraph in my literature review discusses the relationship between food and happiness, and the following findings are concluded by Halder and Khalid. First, coffee allows blood flow in the brain, which activates alerts and motivates it. Therefore, it boosts concentration and decreases mental fatigue. Healthy foods such as fruits, vegetables, fish, specifically omega 3, which is also found in nuts and seeds, help to promote cheerfulness, satisfaction, and happiness. For example, many people become happy just by eating their favorite slice of fruit like watermelon, strawberry, or mango. However, excessive consumption may turn them into mood depressors. So everyone has to be aware of what he or she consumes every day because excess intake of certain foods like the ones rich in caffeine could lead to a negative effect. We have to understand that what actually affects mood is not the food itself, but the chemicals and substances within that food. And finally, chocolate secretes hormones that play a role in the emotions resulting in joyfulness. That's why a lot of people tend to eat chocolate when feeling depressed. Moving on to the second body paragraph, which discusses the relationship between money and happiness. The relationship between money and happiness is debatable because money's nature may be subjective and it varies from person to another. But they found that wealthy people can afford fun and pleasurable activities to a great extent because the rich people could do a lot of interesting activities such as skiing, parachuting, and skydiving, and this actually contributes to a better mental state. Money usually leads to power and respect, which actually means that the more money you have, the more powerful you become. For example, wealthy people have higher positions in society because they can buy anything with their money. So, this is the reason of why they are respected. The third point states that making money may be a source of self esteem in a source that highly values these resources. Here, I mean that earning money allows a person to feel independent and eventually enhance his or her mental state because she will be depending on herself and she'll be believing more in herself. Lastly, people with low incomes or in poor countries could still be happy regardless of the amount of money they have because their measures of happiness differ. They appreciate the little things which can result in ultimate happiness. So, money is not the only key to joyfulness. Of course, there are another factors that affect happiness. In conclusion, the first article concluded that adequate amounts of food play a major role in mood enhancement. However, excessive consumption may lead to negative effects like, for example, depression. So, the relationship between money and happiness is arguable. The second article believed that income is positively associated with life satisfaction, leading to joyfulness and social class make a huge difference in happiness. On the other hand, the last article stated that wealth is not strongly related to happiness. He found out that poor people are still able to find happiness away from money. And I personally suggest further research on how specific types of food, like desserts or even junk food, can affect mood and how poor people can still be happy without having high incomes. So that's it, and thank you for watching.